I want you to look around whatever room you are sitting in right now. I would be willing to bet that somewhere within arm's reach, there is a roll of this. Hi, Sarah here, and we have a sticky subject for our story today: Scotch tape. You have used it your whole life, but I am guessing you have absolutely no idea who invented it. Stick with me to the end of this video, because this story is one of my favorites, and the man behind it is one of the most underrated geniuses in American history. It is June 22nd, 1899. A baby boy named Richard Gurley Drew is born in St. Paul, Minnesota, and right from the start, Richard does not exactly follow the expected path. He grew up playing banjo in local dance halls, earning just enough money from weekend gigs to put himself through the University of Minnesota. He enrolls in the engineering program. He lasts 18 months, college dropout, banjo player, no clear plan. And yet, this is the man who is going to change the way the entire world fixes, wraps, mends, and holds things together. In 1921, Richard spots a job posting in the newspaper. A company called Minnesota Mining and Manufacturing, which you probably know today as 3M, is looking for a lab technician. At the time, 3M made sandpaper, just sandpaper. That is the whole business. Richard applies. On his application, he lists his 1 year of engineering school, a correspondence course in machine design, his experience driving a tractor, and, bless him, his banjo playing. They hire him. Now, part of Richard's job is to visit auto body shops and test 3M's sandpaper on real paint jobs. And one afternoon, he walks into a shop and is greeted with what one account described as the most colorful profanity he had ever heard in his life. See, the 1920s are the era of the two-tone automobile, sleek cars painted in two colors with a crisp, clean line dividing them. Beautiful idea, terrible execution, because the tape painters were using to protect one color while they painted the other was ripping the paint right off when they peeled it back. The punters are furious, and Richard Drew, who came in to sell sandpaper, has a completely different thought entirely. What if I could make a better tape? His boss at 3M told him to stay focused on sandpaper. Richard nodded politely, and then he went right back to working on tape. In 1925, after 2 years of experimenting in the lab, Richard Drew invented masking tape, a tan paper strip with a light, pressure-sensitive adhesive that holds firmly but peels away cleanly. The auto painters love it, but here's the story inside the story. That very first batch of masking tape, it only had adhesive along the edges of the strip, not in the middle. It kept falling off the cars, and one exasperated painter grabbed Richard and growled at him, "Take this tape back to those Scotch bosses of yours and tell them to put more adhesive on it." By Scotch, the painter meant cheap, stingy, not enough of the good stuff. Richard went back, fixed the formula, and the name stuck: Scotch tape. Named after an insult, one of the best-known brand names in the world, born from a frustrated painter and a joke that nobody was actually trying to make. But Richard is not done yet. It is now 1929. The stock market has just crashed. The Great Depression is beginning to grip America. Families are struggling, watching every penny, trying to make things last instead of replacing them. In 1930, Richard Drew invented something new: the first transparent, waterproof, pressure-sensitive cellophane tape, see-through, invisible when smoothed flat, the tape that looks matte on the roll and disappears on the page. He calls it Scotch brand cellulose tape. We call it Scotch tape. And in the middle of the Great Depression, it sells like nothing anyone has ever seen. Because people do not want to throw things away. They want to repair them, mend them, save them. A torn page in a book, a ripped envelope, a child's drawing coming apart at the fold. Scotch tape fixes it for pennies. Today, 3M sells enough Scotch tape every year to wrap around the entire Earth 165 times. 165 times. All because a banjo-playing college dropout walked into an auto body shop, heard some very creative complaining, and had a thought that nobody asked him to have. Richard Drew went on to lead an entire innovation laboratory at 3M. He mentored dozens of young engineers. He filed 30 patents. And one of the teens he inspired eventually developed the Post-it note. He was inducted into the National Inventors Hall of Fame in 2007. He passed away in 1980 at the age of 81, and I would guess that right now, in your home, there is a roll of his invention sitting in a drawer somewhere, just waiting. You know what Richard Drew's story tells me? It tells me that the most world-changing ideas sometimes come from the people who were not supposed to be in the room. The dropout, the banjo player, the guy who came in to sell sandpaper and left with a completely different question in his head. And it makes me think about the stories we carry in our own families. The person who did something nobody expected. The quiet one who turned out to be brilliant. The parent or grandparent who solved an impossible problem with nothing but stubbornness and heart. Those stories deserve to be told, and here is the thing, only you can tell them. Your children, grandchildren, and the generations that follow will want to know who these people were, what made them laugh, what kept them going, what they figured out that nobody else could see. Do not let those stories disappear. Grab the free Family Story Writing Guide waiting for you in the link right below this video. It is completely free, yours to keep, and the most loving thing you can do for the people who come after you. If History Sparks has brought something to life for you today, I hope you will hit that subscribe button and join our community. We're here every single day with a story worth knowing and worth sharing. Pass this one along to someone who loves a great underdog story. I am Sarah, and I will see you next time, right here on History Sparks.